Come let we go, come let we go, come let we go to sweet Tobago. Come let we go, come till you know, come find your soul in sweet Tobago. You just reach up and the dance, yes the line sweet.
Mouth open, Tory jump out. Welcome to See Through the Eyes of the Queens. I am Kadisha Brasnan and I'm here alongside with
Miss Asha Melville
and
Renicia Rajman.
so guys, so can you tell us what village did you all represent and the year?
So I represented the Delaford Village Council, and that was at the Mr. Bigger Heritage Personality 2025.
And I represented the Pembroke Folk and Cultural Performers in the year 2010.
Wow. So can you tell us about the experience winning the Miss Heritage Personality in 2010?
For me, it was an exciting experience. I was pretty young, probably 17 going on 18. So I was among fellow females, my age group, and I think I was just looking forward to participating in the competition to see what sisterhood would be like. And indeed, I got that experience when I won, and participating on a whole helped me to see females in a different way. And, you know, just being the queen after that night helped to shape who I am for today.
Interesting.
And Asha, what was your experience like?
I would say somewhat opposite to her, because while Ren would have been in her age group, I was the oldest person that would have competed at 36, and all the other delegates were 34, I think, and under, or 32 and under, something to that effect. So I would have been like the mom in the group.
You're giving me
Yeah,
a Kina.
I was the tanty.
You're giving me a Kina.
Kina kind of vibes.
Yes,
You're giving me a Kina.
Yeah.
Yeah, so being the oldest person, I think I was the more mature. Yeah, I think I was the more mature person there, even though I wasn't as seasoned in the space of heritage. So I was the oldest person by age, but with respect to the niche, the environment of heritage, the younger ones kind of surpassed me in that way. So I had to end up learning from them. And that was my experience. It was actually such a learning experience. Fresh and new. Yeah.
All right, so Asha, you could tell us something that you learned. Yeah, Asha,
Learn. I learned to be more personable. Yeah. That was primarily what my experience taught me.
explain to us.
I have always been very well spoken in professional settings, and when I meet people, I go into the standard English and try to speak well and try to, but these young ladies taught me to be more of myself. So when I showed up to the event, so I showed up to the Queen show itself, I brought more of Asha into it as opposed to just performing, which I was actually told by Davia Chambers that I sound a bit performative. And she told me to bring more of myself into it. And that is what this experience gave me.
I think it's just the way how you speak.
Yeah,
Actually, your
that
tone
sounds
of voice.
that
Yes.
sounds a bit
very
performative. So I
powerful.
had to bring in the little dialect and the little colloquial terms them to make people feel like me from Tobago. Look at
And
me.
you're from countryside.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, has being outspoken affected you in any type of way within the heritage space?
I think it has a bit, because I've learned also that not everything that comes here should come through here. And so I had to curtail my outspokenness, because it may not be palatable for everybody. Speaking your mind and telling people when you are in discomfort. And so I think I may have rubbed a few people the wrong way.
Wow.
And which is natural, because personalities clash. That's not something that's unheard of or new.
Correct.
But I am still me, just a bit curtailed, I'd say. I calmed down a little bit. Yeah.
So, Renicia, can you tell us about your preparation?
So, starting from the beginning,
Terrific.
I am a performer.
Right.
So I was a dancer in the group. And one of the persons within the group saw me and said, well, you know, you're going up next year. You going up next year.
Right.
And, you know, although I'm hearing it, I'm seeing and helping the other queens that went before me. I was not serious about it. But when the opportunity really came, I had to think back and be like, you ready for this? You think you could do it? And the person that encouraged me, she was like, come on, man, Yancy.
Yeah.
There's no way that you can't win. And even
Right.
if you don't win, you come in second or you come in third.
Right.
Look at you, you're a performer. And that was the first boost of encouragement outside of my mom and the other ladies that was a part of the group. And it started there. So getting into the competition and meeting the other delegates, that was normal for me. I have always had a very bold personality.
Right.
And although we are accustomed to stage, it is always, what to say, a troubling feeling to get in front of an audience and to know that you will be there alone as a queen because you're performing with other persons, other dancers, other actors on the
Right.
stage.
Were you already comfortable?
Yes. To think about being there on your own, selling yourself rather, in order to win the judges or the crowd, you have to have a different kind of mindset.
Right.
So I had to develop that along the way, knowing that I'm competing, still holding myself to a certain standard and not trying to be bold with it, allowing the others to feel comfortable around me
Right.
while I learned from them. That was a very good experience for me. And in preparing, I think it was easy in the sense that I had a taste of heritage from before. And since it's Miss Tobago Heritage personality, all I had to do was merge my individual personality with whatever the heritage, the Queen Show theme was.
Right.
So it really was nice. And I would definitely encourage anyone who is willing to put themselves forth to enter this competition, if not Afro Queen Show, because there's so much to learn from being around other queens like yourself, trying to vie for the same position, knowing too well that, hey, it's only one winner, but respecting and understanding that, hey, we are all queens.
Right.
Because that is what stood out to me the most.
Yes.
And win, lose, or draw, I know in my mind, I was a queen.
Right.
Regardless.
Right.
So this does not define me. The Queen Show just helped to boost things or, you know, cement it.
Right.
But I enjoyed the experience.
Right.
All right, so guys, have you ever thought of becoming, or not to say thought, but being a part of the Tobago Miss Heritage personality before being asked? Like, ever had it as a thought to say, one day I think I could go, you know, like, you ever had it as
For
a
me,
thought?
no. I had thought about Afro Queen Show because I come from a line of queens. My aunt, Camlin Melville Panton, she's a queen. My mother, Ashlyn Melville Cornwall, twice over, she won the Afro Queen Show. And my mom used to rap Queen and send them. I had wanted to do that one.
The Afro Queen Show.
Yeah, initially. But I had never thought to do Miss Heritage at all.
So I had the idea from before, and it's because the others who were ahead of me was looking at me and the other young ladies that were coming up. You all will be going up for Queen in the next few years because you know the older girls such as Shanta, Jerry, Petale, Alid, Darcel, Kirk, Crystal, Sargent, they went before us.
Right.
So you know that, of course, if you are the small one dancing coming up in the group, you all will be next in line. And I never had my eye on Afro for some reason. I just thought that it was
Beneath you?
no, I did not say it. I didn't like the idea of the carnival costume or the costume. So it just wasn't my thing. This one seemed more queenly, more poised, more respectful, and and it's the only Queen Show in my adult year. I think I was 17 going on 18 that I would attend. I represented my school in different pageants while we were in preschool and primary, I think, and high school, Maypole Queen and so on. So I had the experience. Yeah, so I was able to make more decisions on my own in this one. while I learned myself coming out from teenager into young adult and
Right.
doing big people thing on the stage by yourself. So yeah, this just opened my eye in a different way, and I will definitely say that it has allowed me to just open more doors, basically.
Wow.
So when the night of the Queen Show, right? The night of the competition. After you do your talent, you walk in your con. Next was they had to announce who win, the titles and all of this. When you hear your name called, what it was like was it feeling inside, your facial expression? I don't think you might know how it was looking, but, you know, what it was like.
So interesting enough, I'll go back a little. So on the night, you know, everyone will come out, introduce themselves, and I think into your talent. So I think I gave my all in my talent piece, which I depicted Imelda Cruikshank at the time. And strange enough, I know that I won Best Talent, although I was told it was second. Came second. Yes, I caused him bacchanal, unfortunately.
Right.
It's true, because at some point you just feel like they rub you.
I can't say I won. But
Nonetheless, which of course she deserved it.
yeah.
Nonetheless, my experience was very strange, and I'm certain probably some experience it afterwards. I did not win any individual prize.
Ah.
Yeah.
So I either came second in this category,
Okay.
interview second, talent second.
Okay.
I even, did we have a question on the night? I can't remember, honestly. So wearing a gown, it was a little difficult to wear my dress, but I did my best.
Right.
And I moved that dress on the stage. I think our competition was in Roxborough Complex.
Okay.
And while we stood there waiting for the results, it was troubling. It was frightening because you're hearing all these special prizes being announced.
And you're
listening.
Yeah, your
Right.
name.
And you're starting to feel nervous. You're feeling the tingly
Right.
feeling. But you know, the bold confidence that you have behind that smile.
Right.
I stood there and I smiled boldly. My lips and my teeth, they were dry
Dry.
because it was just
Yeah.
like a,
Yeah.
and there was a fright behind it. So it's
Right.
like a, and you're waiting the entire time because you don't know when your name would call
Right.
for you to go out,
yeah.
turn, and
Yeah,
come
yeah,
back.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
my experience there, it was frightening.
Right.
But I think I had enough confidence to walk off the stage boldly, like I said, even if I was not crowned.
Right.
So it was troubling because it's down to the end when my name was called.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So when I hit fourth, third, second, there is,
Then you.
I was just thinking, am I? No, I can't be.
Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah.
And that is it. It was frightening but rewarding at the same time.
Natural.
So yeah.
Wow.
Sasha, how was yours?
And you see how everything for me opposite to you, girl. Because on the night for me, two other delegates told me I won. So Miss Bethel,
Before?
Denique,
Okay.
Miss Scarborough Abbey, they were standing to my left. They called out the site presentation and they said that I won. I was like, all right, okay. They keep prompting me, I shall go there, call your name, so that I know how to walk out onto the stage and
Yes,
collect.
yes.
And then I went back and then they called me again for talent. And I said, all right, right. I kept stalling because I don't know if I had been so distracted by, I don't even know if I was thinking about something or if my mind was so blank that I didn't even realize that they were calling me for the different prizes that I had won, special prizes. So I'm walking on, I'm collecting, I'm going back, I'm collecting, I'm going back. And so thrice I
Yes.
walk on the stage and I collect an award and I go back in the back.
Yes.
And then Denique says to me, Asha, you know you win. So I look at her and say, but how you could say that? They been calling name yet and I just know, wait, hold on.
Sometimes you just know.
But I wasn't cognizant of
Yes.
I won 2 out of the 3 categories
Yeah.
necessary to take the competition.
But I wanted to know it's also okay to
Okay,
win
not
all
win
the categories
yeah,
and not
still not be
placed.
placed.
Yeah, so it's very unique.
So I'm standing there, and then they called Kelly's. That's my second runner-up, Kelly's Gray from DDA, and they called her for best gown or best gown portrayal or something to that effect. And I'm still just waiting because I stand up there and the people are shoes that bus. And they said to me, Asha, you win, right? You know that? So I said, Danique, how you could say that I won? They have not called my name yet. She said, Asha, you win 2 out of the category. You win talent and you win intelligence. What do you mean? I said, just now. And then they called my name and she said, Asha, go, you win. And I look at Danique and I said, oh. And then, and then I walked on to the stage, and as I'm walking, I said, but Asha, you win. All right, you say you win. And I'm walking on, and it was just so surreal for me.
That's nice.
Because, yes, you go into a competition to win, but it was not my most important aspect of it.
Correct,
You know,
yes.
I did not have the best experience like you did. I didn't enjoy mine because I was sick for most of it. You know, the accident, the no voice, and my talent was singing and I couldn't talk for on the night
And
itself.
she actually
I had no
was
voice.
very worried because the voice was
my
not
voice
there.
was not coming back for
When
the
I
entire
heard you on the
month.
night,
So you understand what I'm
touched
saying?
me, yeah.
And I was coughing before going on to do my talent. So I hadn't felt as confident as I should have. So I wasn't thinking, I need to win, I need to win, I need to win. I was just thinking, get through this because you're here, you
have to
didn't
finish
quit,
it.
and you had
Yes.
to finish.
finish
You
it.
had
Once
to
you start,
finish.
just finish.
So to go through all of that and then to hear Miss Tobago Heritage Personality 2025, Miss Asha Melville, and I stand up there with Danique and them debating over who win. You know, so bittersweet.
Nice.
You know, it come back to me then now,
Deserving,
you know.
yeah. And you
And
feel
I
it all over again, right?
And still standing in front of everybody, I just combing the crowd, scanning, looking for fat girl. Sorry, Ashley. I called my mother that Ashley, not sorry. You know, I was combing, looking for fat girl because I hear she screaming in the crowd all night. And then I just felt peace. I just felt
Never
peace.
else scream.
I felt peace. I don't even think I got to excitement. It was just peace. This was the end to all the turmoil.
Like I've finished the race.
Yeah,
I've
I have
run the
finished.
course.
I
yeah.
have completed it. And that was my
I'm
experience.
afraid to ask her the next question. I'm afraid.
You're free.
Because every answer you give, I share the opposite.
Oh God, oh.
That's okay. That's
So I
okay.
feel I must say, I ask Asha first. So Asha, what was your first act as queen?
My first act as queen. I thanked my village. I got home, took off everything except for the makeup because I think I did look nice. And I pull up the phone and I said, I did it for us in the village council
In the group?
chat, the group chat. And I told them that I did it for us. And I thanked them for supporting me. That's my first act
Full 100.
as the queen, is that I thanked the people who supported me.
And what was the response like?
1 or 2 people responded in the group.
Probably the time.
One or
Probably was
two
too many.
people. But I didn't think too much on that because I know it wasn't about who could respond. I just needed to say thank you and I did.
Show gratitude.
You know, I did what I thought was right in the moment, which is to step away from everybody and all this celebrating and to say thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, for me, on the night, I had my posse. My whole posse coming from Pembroke.
Well, I know
So,
Pembroke big.
the dance family and my family, they were there. And so, they were in front of the stage from the get-go.
Right.
So, I think for you all were off the stage and you all were called on for different prizes.
Yeah.
But we stood there the entire time after they serenaded us, and we stood there the entire time to call out everything. So when they got something or not, you know, you had to
Stand right there
point.
and smile. Oh, that's why the mouth was dry.
Yes, I stood there.
But the mouth is dry.
So in the end, even while they were calling out the other names, my pussy was shouting and rooting for me.
Right.
So the confidence was there. I felt good. And in the end, we almost mashed up the stage, but then everyone came up, we took pictures and so on. And I think we celebrated on our way back down. And because we were in the middle of the heritage season, I think I just went to regular practice the
Practices
following
because
day.
Salaka.
And so when the dust settles, you see about your seamstress, pay who needs to be paid and
Right.
so on. And so life went back to normal after that. But Queen, the name Queenie, yeah, that stuck with me from since that night and
Right.
even during the competition. And so, hence the reason I still think I'm a queen for today. And nobody can tell me nothing else.
Which big crown in the corner.
Sister?
Yeah.
So what you did, like, you know, would us have like, you know, present yourself in the various villages. Were you all a part of it? Or actually, I don't like the look again.
I'm listening, darling.
I will answer short because for me, I
giving
can't remember, honestly speaking.
Right.
If the competition was before, most likely I would have showed up in the other performances. And I think that day I performed for the opening night heritage.
Gala?
Yes. Was it in Fairfield Complex? I can't remember. Or if it was Shaw Park. So we were in that. Or it's that. I'm probably mixing it up.
Oh, but she's 16 years.
Yeah, it's fast. So most likely, if it was during the entire season, I probably represented. But I can't remember the experience to share it with you,
Right.
honestly speaking.
So for me, because our Queen show was almost at the end of the Heritage Festival, the 2 appearances that I did would have been at the Roxborough, the Belmana Riot, and at the Black Rock, that is the Pull Insane
Yes.
Festival. Yeah, I went to those 2. And then the Emancipation Procession.
Did you
I went to the Emancipation Festival. I remember that in Pigeon Point. So I
Right.
was seated in my crown for that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And so I think you got the opportunity to probably walk the stage and just show off and then back to where you were seated in VIP. So that was one of my acts soon after being crowned.
Okay. There were no stages to cross for me. Oh gosh, I keep opposing your girl.
No, that's
I think it's probably
the difference.
the organizers. Things are just a bit differently handled now.
Probably.
So, for my experience, it would have been walking in the back of the procession. So Belmana is going on, and all of the activities of the day, the reenactment is happening, and I'm just there with my mom and a bottle of water, following everybody, because it's also my first experience at these heritage things, because I have not been a part of this space ever.
Yes, so
this is my first experience. Yes, so I'm there as a tourist with a crown.
Understood.
Right? So I'm just.
good enough.
I mean,
I don't like it for you.
I mean,
but it's her truth.
It is, and this has been my experience.
Yeah.
You know, I walk behind the processions, and a few cameramen tell me
she should have been in the front. That's where I would have been, and I think I was there for the Emancipation procession in Crown Point. Yeah,
I believe
in the front,
Emancipation
in treated with
Scarborough.
That's my comment. Okay.
All right. All right.
So tell us, what are some of the activities that you will have done outside of the heritage?
So during my reign, when you want to go first or you want me? Because I always go opposite to you, yeah? I'll start.
Nice.
Yeah? So I would have traveled with the Tobago Performing Arts Company in August, I think that was, for the Carifesta Festival in Barbados. I was a part of the choir, I would say, what do we call them? The choir, the musicians, the singers, for the production, Time Longer Than Twine.
That's good.
Yes, in my hoarse voice, I helped with the vocals a bit. And then I went to World Travel Market in October into November. I did that also as a performer, so to speak. And then I chose to do on my own a surviving January hamper drive for my village, because I know that many of them are a bit underprivileged, and January hard for normal people who walk in. I wanted to help those who are not, you know, struggling a bit. And then I went to an elderly home, senior citizens home, and I gave them a few things, and then I did aerobics with them because I am a bit into fitness. So I did a chair aerobics with the elder persons who can't move, can't, you know. So I did, and then I read with some children in the Delaford RC school, the first years. Miss, it's your birthday. As soon as the city crowd, Miss, it's your birthday. And everybody happy to hug up Miss. And to listen to me, I had to read about 3 stories. I planned to read one. And they have me sit down there and everybody want to hug up. And oh God, everybody want to touch me. So those are some of the things that I did.
So when you went away with Deepak, right? Did you went as a queen or did you went as a performer? I wanted to tell me how you felt at that moment when you was there.
I felt as a performer, not the queen, at either one of those trips.
Well, since mine was years ago, I honestly can't remember. And maybe even if I did something, it probably wasn't that significant.
Right.
Because I should have and would have remembered it.
Right.
But one thing I know, in the years after that, I kept saying to myself, they need to utilize the queens more often in whatever area of talent or gifts or skills that they have to have some sort of impact for Tobago, whether it's in the schools, when we have all these festivals, for educational purposes, in whatever way possible. Because after all, you should be the ambassador for Tobago, not just that year.
Right.
In my humble opinion.
Right.
How many years now the competition has been going on?
Yeah.
So therefore, we have a significant number of women that won over the years.
Right.
And most of us would have gone on into different career paths.
Right.
And I believe we have something to share.
Right.
Others need to hear from us.
Right.
Look up to us, learn from us, and hopefully it will encourage other persons, instead of scraping up 5, 6, 7 queens to compete for a competition. If we tell our stories, if we are exposed, if we are invited, if we are spoken of more in a more positive light, rather than just 2-3 weeks before the heritage season, then others will be encouraged from the year before. I want to go up next year because I've seen what them girls doing. I see what they did with the last queens. That is just my take on how it should be. I don't think I was utilized enough during my reign. As far as I could remember, this is the best thing I have. I kept it. And it's good. It's still wearable. And that's about it.
And I'd say I share the sentiment that I feel underutilized.
Okay.
You know,
although she did much,
and I did much on my own.
Yes.
It wasn't that there was a structure in place for having won the title. So had I not been the type of person that thought, you know what, I don't want to feel like a waste, because then I would have been sitting here saying I got to travel. So it sounds nice, but what else could I have done, or what would I have been able to say?
What can I add? There are events and activities that took place, probably not in my year of reign, but after that, with the other queens. Last year, I don't know if they did it the previous years, but only last year, Asha could probably speak on it. They introduced having queen mentors, which some of us mentored the queens at the time. Unfortunately, I was Asha's queen mentor.
Yes.
And I think that was a good
initiative. That was a perfect initiative.
I had that. Because when I went up was 24, where I did Miss Heritage Personality. We didn't have that.
I think this is something the girls deserve.
Yes,
you understand? And they will hear the truth about the competition, the
Yes.
preparation, the failures, what the experience was like,
Right.
and maybe it will help to shape what they will look forward to
Yes.
while participating in the competition. So I think that was a good thing. I'm not sure if they're having it this year because I heard nothing.
Right.
But it's a good idea and a good way to utilize the queens.
Yes.
That way, every year, former queens could look forward to participating and adding value
To it,
the
yes.
lives of the queens that
Yes.
are there.
Yeah.
And like I said, it would not stay with one person. It's a group of girls. And of course, when we plant or sow seeds here, it will spread and go back to the villages and so on.
Yes,
And then you
yes,
could talk
yes.
about Miss Roxpo and talk about Miss Speyside, talk about Miss Dalaford, talk
Yeah.
about this. What is unique about them and how they impacted my
space,
time
yeah.
now within the competition.
Yeah.
So that is something they could
I agree.
look at.
I agree. I had hoped that they would have continued that because I thought that it was really helpful. Your directives, you know, your input was invaluable. It did help me so much, especially because yes, you're going for a queen show, but you may not have the confidence to portray
As
not
a
only
queen.
self, but you know what I'm saying? So to have a queen explain to you what is required, what they would look for, how you should carry yourself, that said a lot because you explained that to me so eloquently that I was able to just bring myself and what you have taught me into this space. And here I am, the queen after, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I think that it was a really good initiative and they should have continued it.
Yes. Even if
should
they
have.
rotate the former queens,
Yes,
because there's only
rotation
so
was-
much girls, 7 girls.
Correct.
Find 7 available former queens.
queens, yeah.
And you know, just show them out in the ring, or you could ask the girls who they would like to work with.
That's it.
Or you put 2 persons to work with them.
Yeah.
That way we'll be adding value or impact for years and years to come.
Yes.
And we'll be growing the pool. So
And-
now Asha will be added to that pool.
And the
Yes.
quality and the quality of queens that we put out will
Correct.
increase.
Yes, definitely.
Because we won't have girls who are unsure of their place or unsure of themselves or unsure of how to portray their villages and whatever theme it is well, because they would have been mentored by persons who have done it before.
Yes, yes.
So that the quality of the show itself
Definitely.
would increase.
Yep. And hearing the different experiences.
Yes.
So you learn from you learn from this one, you learn from that one.
Yeah.
You hear it and you get to make better judgments,
Right.
on how I should. Because just mentoring Asha and our first encounter, was it the monument?
The site presentation.
Right. And
yes.
just speaking to all the girls, I took it upon myself, pushily, to go and talk to all the other queens, although Asha was my queen.
Yeah.
Because I just see the need for it. And just speaking to some of them, I saw the lack of self-confidence.
Right.
I saw that some of them were already intimidated by the presence of the others. And so they needed someone to speak into them
Yes.
or to pour into them, someone
Yeah.
who walked that road
Right.
to help them to get through the competition.
Yes.
So,
Definitely.
Guys, so can you now tell us, like, well, use the platform now. If it is that someone else is young and willing to come up to be a queen, what advice can you give to them and preparation to become a queen?
So first, they should get involved with the culture in the village that they're representing, right? That way they will know the backstory, and it will give them the opportunity to have a head start into what the heritage is all about. Understanding that will help them with choosing something for their talent. And on a whole, they need to be confident, one. Confident, resilient,
Right.
and willing for any outcome.
Right.
So that's one thing. Go out into the different festivals that we have. That way you become familiar with the faces in culture, performances, what is expected on stage, because
Right.
apart from the heritage season, we have other things throughout the year. And so if you make yourself fast and you go into Charlottesville for something else,
Right.
you go around to Lekito for another event, you go to Mariah, every village have something that is very unique about them.
Yes.
And so as the theme changes from year to year, you don't know what the theme would be surrounded. And if you have a taste of every village, it will help you to have a lot to choose from, to
Right.
pull out this side. I need to be on the Obia side, I need to be on the Come side, like what Lekato, folktale,
Right, yeah.
superstition, the saucy side, the,
Yes.
different villages offer different things.
Right.
So you have to participate, one, that is my take. And two, you have to be confident and be open to anything. Anything, yeah.
So I'll piggyback on what you said a bit, but I'll take it to a different scope. So while you're saying to participate, I wouldn't really say participate because not many people like certain things, right? But what I would say is be involved. Have conversations. I think many of our delegates don't talk to people. And I ain't talking about you have friend here
No, that
and you
is
know that
true.
one that there and then I dance so much here so you know for the no. I mean have conversations because there's an aspect of the Queen show or the preparation that requires an interview. And that makes or breaks you.
Well, hence the reason I say go to the festival.
Yes, you have to talk to people.
No, but
But
when I
learn.
went,
Why will you talk
right?
to someone if you don't have any info? Because why will you talk
And that's the
to
thing.
someone?
When you speak to people, you gain information as well. Because a person could go and look at a show and be entertained and still walk away with lack of knowledge.
Okay, fair enough.
You know? So I think that when you have interactive conversations and you learn from people. So during the workshops that we had, there was the opportunity to have knowledge given to you. Right? Now, if you're not the type that researches, like I would have been, you have nothing to offer in conversation.
Correct.
So outside of participating, I think talking to people helps. Because talking to you helped me.
Building
You know,
self-interest.
yes, it builds you, and it builds your ability to critically think when you're consistently talking to people. So in these interviews, when they ask you a question and they may not have, all right, so you don't know to Stanley Beard, you know, and it, you can't draw from that if you don't remember.
Yes.
But if you are able to critically think, you know, I actually went to this person, I was talking to this person about drinking water here, out here calabash from that tree or below that sink or below that, then it comes back to you in that moment because you would have had a conversation that you could draw from. So I would say talk to people.
Well, first, to add, I don't know if it'll be contrasting.
Yeah.
The girls that, to me, it seems as though they look for queens coming down to the end for some reason. I don't know.
It's a last minute.
Because I don't understand why the competition is at the end of the season. That is one.
But hadn't it been earlier in the season
Yes,
for your
yes,
time?
yes.
It would have been the 12th of July, I think, for them.
But it seems like they're repeating the
From
same
last year,
mistake
from the 25th
from
to
years
the
gone
30th
by.
now.
Because the queen now is supposed to participate in
All of these heritage
the
festival
correct,
activities.
Correct.
Okay,
Because then that
okay.
would open their eyes if they were not privy to
Right.
it before. But first, they need to be interested in the festivals. Is what Tobago, Miss Tobago Heritage Personality.
Yeah.
So you can't just run in your village to just scrape up anybody who is
Right.
not into it. Fortunately, you were able to do it and capture it because, as you said, you weren't
Not even
in
a
it.
lick of it.
But
at
you
the
had a
moment.
little history from your mommy. I'm certain she would have,
Actually, I would say I'm a researcher. That's why it worked for me.
and that was
'Cause
easy.
I was a net monkey. I went online and I pull up everything I could pull up, and I have photographic memory. So when I done click, click, click,
You
I remember
remember.
click, click, click. And in
What
my
about-
interviews, I know how to say that because I remember what I read.
Okay.
And then I talk as loquacious. I talk. So I talking to mom. I talking to, and when I see Annette, I go and talk to her. And I talk to Jessie, and I talk to people
Good, but what about the girls now
who
is
don't
not
have
into
that ability.
and younger at that,
Right.
who is living in this tech savvy age, and it's just everything quick and
Yeah.
fast. TikTok may not have anything on heritage for
True,
us,
true.
and this is where the girls are hanging out.
Yeah.
If we're looking at whatever the age bracket is, I know they raise it for you all. I'm not sure if it's
It was
different
the same
now.
age, 18 to.
Well, in my
Wait,
time
it was younger.
yeah,
for your time.
I think we were 16 to 25. I think.
Oh, so yes, they raised it a
Yeah.
bit because it's 18
And they had to
35
open it
now.
because they were not getting participants. So they were not attracting the young ladies within that age bracket. And therefore, there's a problem. We're not making it attractive enough
Alright.
for them to want to participate.
Ladies, once again, I just want to say thank you for coming out, taking your time
Sure.
to come here and tell us about your experience, the ups, the downs, the good, the bad.
The good, and
Okay,
the good and the
good,
better.
the bad, the ugly. I mean, we all have went through it. I went through it as well. I mean, I didn't win.
So why didn't
Right.
you tell
I
us
did-
about your experience for a little bit?
I didn't win, but I am still a queen.
Correct.
I still stand as a queen, and I still stand my grounds on anything.
Right.
Right? So I give you all your respect.
Thank you.
Thanks for the experience. Thanks for sharing everything that you have learned, you have been through. Right? For the queens that are coming along, they are going to see this video
Right.
and they are going to see, understand, listen,
Right.
and pass on to the rest. So, Asha, how would you like to be remembered?
As having been authentic, that I acted in the way that I did post winning as truly myself. The things I did, the outreach, the giving back, it was all because I love my village, I love people, and I wanted them to know that their queen now cares enough to give to them, to pour into them as well. And that is authentically me, being a giver and a carer.
And Release?
For me, I want to be remembered as Renicia, just that. A title does not define me.
Right.
I stand tall, brave, resilient in any crowd, in any setting. In my mind, I know that I will stand out. So I just want to create some sort of impact,
Right.
add some sort of value in whatever space for children, adults, old people, the community. Anywhere I go, I like to add something, share my gifts and my talent freely, because that is something I learned over the years, or so it was taught, that we give and we do and we give selflessly.
Right.
It's now I'm trying to hold back and give value mostly where it is appreciated or seen.
Okay.
So just that, Renicia, your queen, it has helped me to maintain some sort of standard over the years.
Right.
After winning the Queen Show, I held myself to a high standard, and some persons give me that boost as well by just calling me Queenie, Queenie, Queenie. And so I maintained that throughout my years performing after that. And even in my personal life, I'm the queen, I'm the star of whatever show. I just it.
Miss Heritage Personality 2026 is just some days away, right? What encouraging words can you give to these young queens?
So for me, first I will encourage all delegates to be confident in themselves. Right?
Yeah.
So by now they should know that there would only be one queen. But if all of them know within themselves that they are queens, then they would not feel offended by who the true queen would be on the night. And I think it shows who was meant to be a queen after the competition. It would be exemplified in their behavior.
Yeah.
So even as the days come down, to the end, it really gets hectic. It could be nerve-wracking at this point, but I beg of you to remain calm, to be subtle, to think things through. I know there could be problems with your seamstress, with your tailor, with whoever is training you, with your gong. And the competition on a whole, they require something from you. But then you have to save yourself for the night. So my encouragement is to be confident in spite of, to be resilient in spite of, because on the night, a lot of things could go wrong. So we in the audience do not want to know that you had a wardrobe problem.
Right.
We do not want to know that you forget part of your talent.
Right.
So how can you show the judges, show us, the audience, that you did not make a mistake? Is being able to improvise.
Right.
So that's another thing I noticed with competitions. persons tend to show that they forgot, it puts them in a mood and they start to react and the facial expression and so on. So girls, please be queenly with it. Improvise, make up on the spot, all of us from Tobago. So you know we have that kind of commissive nature. You could just turn it around. If you're dancing, if you're singing, if you're doing a monologue, whatever it is, give it your best. And once you put your best foot forward, then you should be comfortable and trust that favor would be in your corner. And like I said, even if it doesn't happen, walk away proudly and with some dignity after the competition. So I want to wish all of them the very best while they take part.
Asha, can you give them some advice, some uplifting words of encouragement to help them to continue going through?
Absolutely. Be humble and teachable. Sometimes we have to remove self from things. Yes, it's a Miss Tobago Heritage personality competition, but it should be more than just, I need to be recognized as something. You have your worth already. You know, I believe that these young girls have value within them, regardless of whether or not they become the Miss Tobago Heritage personality. And I think that we must pull from the spiritual aspect of things always. God is not the author of confusion. He does not bring catastrophe and chaos. He comes with him peace and joy and goodness. And so I would like these young girls to remember that in all of this, be proud to represent God in everything that you do. Your attitude, your behavior, the way you treat people before, during, and after this competition, it is a reflection of your relationship with self and with God. And if after you have done this, you cannot in good conscience say that you represented yourself and God well, you have done it incorrectly, even if you have won. And so my advice to them is, be authentically yourself, but represent God in it as well. Be kind to the other delegates. Speak nicely to people. Respect others. Be considerate. And then when you perform on stage, the goodness within you will come out, and that is what will help you win, is being the right type of person in a sometimes very wrong circumstance. Because as Renisha would have said, she says that sometimes things do happen. Unforeseen circumstances. My shoes bust on the stage when I was walking. You know, I had this weird cough that wouldn't go away that caused me to be hoarse for an entire month. But I never treated anybody poorly because I didn't have the attitude of, oh, I'm so daunted because I know I can't win. I still showed up and did my best because I knew that I was representing not just me, not just my Delaford Village Council, not just Ashlyn Melville Cornwall, who was a queen before me, but God, because he gave me the peace to endure. And so I would encourage the other delegates to endure and to have the peace of God within them so that it can show on stage on the night.
Well, you know your hair was sick, the voice was gone, and all of these things. So can you give them some tips?
I would say, cut and go through, some things you have no control over. If you're getting a cough, drink some cough medicine. It doesn't work, you know that you still have to perform despite having a cough. Your seamstress and finish your dress until 5 o'clock the day. What can you do? If you're stressed on it, you can't fix the dress in time. You just have to accept that the dress is going to be what it is, and you still have to perform. And so I would just encourage them to be resilient, to accept things for what they are, and to do your best, because that is all that this competition is and requires, that you do your best. And the crowd sometimes doesn't even know what you are experiencing unless you let them know.
Correct.
So carry yourself with that confidence and that resilience and the inner peace of God that allows you to show up and to do the best that you can.
But one thing I will always say, once going up for a queen show, no matter win, lose, or draw, remember to leave your name on the stage. It may sound funny, but it's the truth. The year I didn't win, but days after, I could still hear people talking about my performance.
So you have to leave an impact, right?
So
Leave an
leave
impact.
something on the stage.
Right.
Or leave it
Okay,
with
what
the
it is.
audience, rather.
And you see a talent, the talent is what others look for. So always leave something. Leave something for them to talk about.
I
You
agree.
may not win, you might lose, you might draw, but leave something.
I agree.
Agree. Can I
Leave
add?
something.
I know in the midst of it, we like to talk about being positive and whatnot and supporting girls, but we like to talk about it and not really show it.
Live it. Right.
So, because it's girls around the same age going up for the same competition, they may be tempted to feel that sense of jealousy among
Right.
themselves. So, I want to encourage them to take it out of your mind. If you believe in yourself, that is one. And if you know that you are here to win, two, then you have no business looking at what the other queens are doing
Yeah.
and feeling intimidated by them in any way.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that also may hamper you from being true to yourself
And performing at your
being
best.
positive
Yeah.
with the girls
Yeah.
in the lead up. So you're watching somebody side eye while you're all going to one of the events.
Yeah.
And you're feeling that type of way because the cameraman focusing on this screen. I know you could be observant. I've felt it numerous times, different occasions. So I know how women are, and young women in particular, for some reason, their self-confidence is very low.
Very
Yeah.
much.
And we need to do something with building self-esteem. Hence the reason they're looking for it in all the weird places.
Yeah.
So this is a competition where you all should really be showing forth and uplifting the other females, fifth formers, sixth formers, 20, 21-year-olds who just left school, giving some sort of positive light by what you do. Because up to today, I will still call some of the girls, Queenie, hey
Yeah.
Queenie. I saw one of them who came second in your
Kelly's.
Kelly's. I saw her in Goodwood's production, and
My
I
baby
referred to
girl.
Queenie. So as Caddy said, you must be remembered for something.
Yeah.
So leave a mark, something. Sometimes it's your look, it's a hairstyle, it's something unique about you, the way you
Something.
perform. Yeah. Up to today, cameramen will tell me wherever they see me, they recognize my style, my smile. It is something unique.
Right.
So know that as well. You can't study what somebody else is good at,
Yeah.
and you are neglecting your little talent or your gift. So embrace it. We are all individuals with unique talents.
Right.
And if we work together to make a good product for Tobago,
Yeah.
then Tobago would be recognized
Yes.
in a positive way. And we'd encourage persons to come to our sweet little island, as they said. So my encouragement, girls, go forth, do your best, and represent well. Like Asha said, represent God in the midst of it.
I agree.
Amen. So, guys, I want to thank you all again for coming out, sharing your words of advice, words of encouragement
No
to these young ladies. Your experience was thus far an experience, right? And you all had portrayed yourself well, but not
you.
because winning the crown, but being a queen
Thank
itself,
you.
right? Do you want to leave any words? Want to say thanks to anyone?
I would actually like to thank Renicia. When I had to do the site presentation, and she came to me and she said, be yourself. I see nothing here that could hold you back. You remember you telling me that? You told me that I have what it takes. So just do what I have to do, yeah? And that encouraged me. So whatever nerves I had because I wasn't remembering the dates, or I thought I wasn't remembering the dates,
I thought so.
I thought, she's telling me that I am worth it. And I think that that is also the message that you've given to these delegates.
And speaking to
is
you on the
that-
phone the first time, what I told you, I said, you are a queen.
Yes, you
Yeah.
said it. I
I
am a
said, I don't even
queen.
need to worry about you.
Yeah.
And that first day, when I saw the other young ladies, I saw that they needed something. So I had to, I went to each
To
of
speak to
them
each of them,
to
yeah.
just speak a little life into them.
Into them, yeah.
You know, so this is what I'm talking about with creating impact, even outside of your reign.
Yeah.
This is what they need to encourage and not just rush to pull together the
People,
competition
yeah.
for this time, but how we molding and helping to fix the young ladies throughout the year and to encourage them for the following year to come, basically.
And I'll add to that by saying that these delegates need to have people around them that pour into them. If they have persons who are speaking positively into them daily, especially while they are preparing, it will flourish them. You know, it will allow them to become the best version of themselves during this journey, and that's necessary because who they become is more important than how they started off.
And as
You
well
know?
as to remember, you're not in a competition with anybody else but
yourself.
yourself.
Correct.
But
Yourself.
yourself.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I would
So-
like to thank Touch Tobago Live for the opportunity to be here to share our experience and whoever else contributed to sharing this experience with Tobago, with the Queens. It's a marvelous idea.
Yes.
Yet again, something that they can look into,
Right.
and maybe conversations could be had earlier, sooner, and with more persons.
Yeah.
So that way, when we share, the others could look on
Greater context, more contribution,
towards the
a
competition.
deeper understanding of the entire journey, not just
Definitely.
the Queen show on the night or the one or two public appearances,
Yeah.
but the entire thing holistically and how it builds the person within the personality
Definitely.
aspect of the Miss Tobago heritage.
So this was See Through the Eyes of the Queens, telling the whole story. Stay tuned to Touch Tobago Live for more of Tobago heritage through my eyes.